So, I'm stage director, but I have no my actors here. I'm professor, but I have no my students here. And I have no my computer here. I'm just alone against you. And I am for the first time at a known place, and I am a man for another generation. You are for me generation X. Of course, I'm not sure that you will accept me, and I'm scared, and I'm nervous, of course. Doesn't matter that I was standing like this a lot of time in front of crowds, audience. It's just now it's happening, and I need to do something that to fulfill my task, to reach my goal, and to make some contact with you. So, what I am doing, and what my suggestion for you. When you are in a situation like this, when you are scared in front of unknown people, it's very easy to transform this your fear into the joy of meeting. You understand? It's very close, like love and hatred. It's fear and joy. It means that I was sitting now, and I was, it's in 5 minutes, then I don't need to start. But it was increasing my joy that I will meet with you, that I have opportunity to share with you my experience, that I could be able to exchange some energy, and I will get for you some energy. And I could be very happy that you will take something for me, understand? And now there's no fear. You see? I'm relaxed, I'm just thinking that about the very nice fruit of our meeting. You understand what I mean? So, next. It's very important. It may be something quite opposite of what said improvisers for you. I want to talk about imagination. We're always saying that for actors, both and stage directors, the imagination is the main muscle. We need to work with our imagination always, you understand? And for instance, I got staged during my life 104 performances. You can imagine, I'm not 100 years old, but 100 performances. Why? Because I am doing a lot of things in my imagination. You understand? And when I have my rehearsals, I'm ready. And also, I am parking my car by my imagination. I am living in Kaunas, but I am professor of Klaipėda University. And I've been driving, when I'm approaching to Klaipėda, I'm just in my imagination. I'm trying to observe the streets close to university and to find the empty, suitable place for parking for my car. It is always happening. You understand? So, I'm sure that, some weeks ago there were negotiations between Lithuanian team and Hitachi company. I'm sure that our Prime Minister and Minister of Energy were not prepared by imagination. And I'm sure that Hitachi people were prepared 100%. And I'm sure that they were winners. And they always would be winners. Because Japanese people are always using this technique of imagination. It means, if I have some situation in future, of course I need to improvise in it, but I need to know what I want for the situation. I try to prepare myself and to see in my imagination the results, the fruits. You understand what I mean? And 60 or 65% that if you are doing this process, it will happen. You understand? So, I entered room earlier than you came because I wanted that this space would be filled with my atmosphere. You understand? That I would encourage myself being here before you came here. It means that I made familiar with the space. I always say to students, if you don't know anything, but you have your exam, you have last chance to enter before your teacher. You understand? And to make this space your private space some way. It's, this Lithuanian folk sentence that in your house the walls helps you. Understand? The walls help you. So it's very important. I would suggest for you, for development of your imagination, just one very simple but esoteric exercise which did priests in ancient Egypt. Just start today. When you will be ready to go to bed for sleep tonight, yes? When you will be in this state between human beings and vegetables, yes? Yeah? Just try to see all day, all previous day, like a film. How did you start in the morning, your breakfast? For one hand, it's very nice maxim that you will fall asleep. You will see, be sure. But if you will be able to produce this exercise for 1 week, you will be able to concentrate on it, you will see that approximately in 1 week or 10 days, there will draw up some images, unknown images, some situations, some people which you wouldn't meet, would happen with you during the day. But you will be surprised, or if you will be usual to this technique, you would not be surprised that you in future suddenly will meet somebody and you say, oh, I know this man. Like, I have in my imagination this situation and I'm prepared. I know how to behave in it a little bit. You understand what I mean? It's nothing mystical, it's real, it's some technique. I'm working this technique of Michael Chekhov, a very famous technique on which we educated all famous Hollywood actors like Marlon Brando, Marilyn Monroe, and a lot of them. And this technique is very, very useful. Yeah, I would like to share with you. Just let's start, because imagination is really a very, very powerful element. How to become strong, brave. And now, next, what's very important? We are using a lot. Why I'm here without computer? I would like to explain it for you. Of course I'm working with computers, with the soft technologies, but there is a very big problem in nowadays. When we are using technologies, we are losing our organic energy. Now all our Western society is more and more based on non-organic energy. It means oil, gas, the fuel, you understand? Electricity. We could not exist without this. But it means that our inner energy, our inner fuel, like our power, our charisma, is more and more weak with every day. You understand? Maybe it's one of the reasons why we are in our life, we have no courage enough, for instance now in Lithuania, like to say no sometimes to some decision which make a government or another. Why we are often saying yes, 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 okay? And a lot of people could manipulate with us. You understand what I mean? How to encourage ourselves with developing of our organic energy. It's very important, very interesting task. And I have also for you some suggestions what to do. It means that there is 4 essential elements in nature: water, air, flame, and earth, you know. And we are part of the nature. There is 80% of water in everybody of us. 80% of water. You can imagine how much we depend on water. You understand? So, why, when we waking up, we are washing ourselves every morning? Doesn't matter that we had no any parts or sex before. Yeah, we are clean. Yeah, because we need to have contact with water. Morning hour, it's necessary really to renew our organic energy. We need to have contact with water. It's necessary it's coming for subconscious, for our genetic code, you understand? It's necessary if possible to swim. If not, you just need to take shower or to wash yourself. It's very nice would be to have a live water. Water which was on balcony for the night standing. You understand that? Some wind, some moonlight was in this water. So, why we have lunch at 12 o'clock? At 12 o'clock, we are not so hungry because just some hours before we had our breakfast. Because it's midday. It's midday. It's time of it's hour of flame. If you would like to have to be accumulated, it would be necessary to watch the sun at 12 o'clock. Just a little bit. To do like this, you understand? To take some energy for the sun. If there is no sun, you can just take some lamp, it's the same. But at 12 o'clock. Yes, to have some organic energy from the nature, from surrounding. So, when we are finished, approximately at 5 or 6 p.m., we are just jumping in the cars and or buses and just driving here. But it's necessary to walk a little bit and to breathe. Because it's the hour of air. We need contact with air, you understand? It's to breathe it, to renew our organic energy. So, and during this moment, this great moment, when we are going to sleep, when we are not, as I said, not human beings, but not vegetables, something in between, it's necessary to have some contact with ears. To be prepared, to step on the ears, yes, that to take something from. So, you see, 4 essential elements of nature. We are also the part of nature, and we need really to be in contact with nature. It's available in big cities. It's available during your studies to be in contact with these elements and to take it. And really, you will see that it's very healing, and you will be much more smarter. You will be much more. You will have much more courage. So, what suggestion we have for actors when actors are lost on the stage? Something with memory happened. Oh, I don't remember what I need to say. He said to be or not to be, and what I need to say after. What is my response? So, there's also very, very small, or for instance, when you are lost in, I don't know, big airport. You need just to jump from one plane to another plane, very big space, you don't know your road, and you really in some panic. You need just to concentrate in the small circle of attention. You need like to make space smaller. You need just like make a circle around yourself. To think that it's my private space. I'm in this space. I'm king, I am governor of this space, and it's my private space, and I can concentrate. Nobody will touch me in this space. I need to stop my panic. I need to try to think consequently again, to start maybe from the beginning and to find solution which I need to find. So, and on stage, we say to the actor or actress, doesn't matter, when he or she is lost, just to concentrate on some small detail. Just to take something like this, you understand? And really, now all my attention is here. Speaker, Gytis Padegimas, TEDxLCC, and this, well, here. I'm just content, I'm content with it. Like, also, to do it in your imagination. It's very helpful when you are lost, when you are alone somewhere. Just to invite in your imagination your close friends. You know, it was mom and dad were sitting, he was lucky man. There is no my mom and dad, they were dead, of course, not many years, but some years ago. But I also have relations with them, especially with my grandma, who grew up me in my imagination. And of course, I have, I move in a lot. I'm staging and all performing in all the student theaters, I'm working abroad, offering workshops and all like this. And very often I'm traveling alone. It's situations I must be alone, very often, in unknown situations, unknown countries. And always in my imagination, I have my closest people. I see them, I can communicate with them, you understand? I can imagine them. It's very important when you have really powerful, well-developed imagination, you could be very brave and very strong. Behind you is standing some another people. You know, I presented some memoirs of some woman who was sent to Siberia. And I asked her, how did you survive? How did you survive without any food, without eating, just in the middle of deserts or some taiga, woods, I don't know how. Do you know what she answered me? She said, I imagined. I had a lot of fantasies, always, about my childhood, about my gymnasium, about our performances in gymnasium, about our teachers, about my first dates, about my first kisses, about all. She said, is this Siberia reality? For me, it was not reality, really. It was just a stage design. But my real life was this imagination, and it encouraged me always. It means that I was free. And always, I'm very often thinking how people are surviving in prison, for instance. They are doing a lot with imagination. And it was a very interesting event in USA when in one Congress of Ornithologists appeared an unknown ornithologist who made some discoveries in behavior of birds. And he was surrounded by some secretaries, and after that nobody was able to meet him. But in some several years, he appeared again with some new discoveries. And just after a lot of years, it was announced that it was a prisoner who was sentenced to stay in the jail for all of his life. And just observing some birds and backing a lot with this imagination, he was able to make much more some new discoveries than scientists who had all possibilities to use libraries and all like this. So, really, and also, I'm now very happy because I'm very close to the finish. I'm not really sure that you will follow my suggestions, but try just 10% please, and it will help you. But all the things that all pleasant or unpleasant events always will have end, and also troubles. When you think that you will overcome it, and one moment, one day, will start something completely new, much more better, you understand? And it's always when you feel it, when you know that it will finish. No, nothing is continued forever, you understand? There will be end, and now is the end of my report, and I'm very happy. Thank you for your attention.